Yeah, well, that's on the nuclear thing. He was asked about that on the nuclear proposal and went back to his own experience, which is extensive in this space, Parnell. And I know there'll be many Liberals who will be fuming at this move by Matt Kean, but sharing the Climate Change Authority, being involved in this response, is consistent with his political career to this point.
Absolutely. This has always been what he's talked about. And that's what I mean, that, there were short odds on him taking a job in the space. So he's very passionate about renewables. He believes that they are the right way to transition, and he'll talk about the advice that he's taken on that front. There are only two ways that the Liberals can go on this. They either decide to make him an issue by treating him as a pariah and as somebody who's going against them, or they make the point that renewables have to be part of the energy mix, and that we need to be technology agnostic going forward. So absolutely not a surprise from Matt Kean, but it will be interesting to see how the Libs deal with this from a strategic perspective.
It will be. No, it will be, because, and I had Anne Ruston on a few minutes ago, and understandably she was immediately after the announcement, so probably not a chance for her to recalibrate with the leadership and others in the Liberal Party. But Parnell, where do you think they'll go with this? Will they seek to play the straight bat and say, well, we'll judge him on his merits and move on? Because there would be many in the party room, maybe not many, but there are some who have a similar worldview to Matt Kean.
A straight bat would be the wisest way to go about it, I would say. But of course, there will be a lot of fury on among the Conservatives who don't like Matt Kean, who don't like his push towards renewables and his renewable-only sort of approach. And there will be a lot on the other side, on the moderate side, who are a bit angry about this nuclear policy and feel a bit steamrolled by that, who will be keen to use him as vindication and as their sort of proxy and spokesperson in this space. So, it's always easy to advise the party room from outside it, not so easy to keep it in line when you're in charge. So Dutton will really have his work cut out for him on that.
And it's hard to say it's just a political stunt, Simon. I know that Anne Ruston was saying it's a distraction and you can sort of get away with that, but saying it's just a stunt would undermine the record or the experience Kean has as a former Treasurer and Energy Minister who established the renewable energy zones in New South Wales. The guy knows this area pretty well, better than most.
Yeah, and as I said, he actually worked very hard in New South Wales to get as broad a possible support across the New South Wales Parliament for the reforms that he brought in as well. So this is, I know he's a very divisive figure within some aspects of the Liberal Party. I reckon if you had Matt Canavan on, he might have a few choice words about him. But the truth is that in his record in New South Wales is really to try and actually build broad consensus and support for New South Wales's energy policy. And that doesn't have nuclear as part of the mix. He's made his views very publicly over the last few weeks that he doesn't think that nuclear, not for ideological reasons, but for those very pragmatic, traditional Liberal reasons, that basically it comes too late and it costs too much. Yeah. They're the very pragmatic reasons that he's expressed before. And I don't think anyone expects him to change his mind. Why? Because that's actually what the evidence shows.
Simon and Parnell, great to see you both. Appreciate it as always.